what that means.
Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye.
Is it income tax time again already?
Almost. Just getting ready for the countdown.
Want us to stay home from school and help you?
Well, that's very thoughtful of you. But this is a little running battle between me and the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So, have a good day, work hard, and I'll see you all later, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Robbie, you stay off my papers until dog biscuits are deductible.
Mrs. Muir, here's a little coffee to keep you going.
Well, that's enough for a week.
Well, from the looks of things, you'll be a week figuring out your tax.
That's true.
How a pleasant, intelligent government can put people through this, I'll never know.
All right. Now, just listen to this. If, in 1969, your business or profession lost money, you can apply the losses against your 1969 income. Now, does that mean if I wrote a story and didn't sell it, I could deduct the money I would have made if I had sold it?
Why not? Sounds reasonable to me.
Exactly. I think I'll do it.
Well, I'll be down cleaning out the cellar if you need me.
If the losses exceed your income, the loss must be carried back to the third prior year.
Well, madam, is there any way I can be of help?
Only if you can figure out how to make a ghost deductible.
Oh, I wish I could oblige.
Now, listen. If the total of lines 17, 18, and 20 is less than 80% of an amount equal to the total tax on line 15, you may be liable for an additional amount. You understand it?
It's absolute gobbledygook.
It's the law.
In my day, no government ever asked a widow with 2 small children for money.
Well, unfortunately, times have changed.
Yes.
Oh, good morning.
Hi, Martha. Martha?
How about a cup of coffee before we start work?
With a piece of cherry pie?
Why not?
Not for me, thank you, Martha. Ah, Mrs. Muir.
Hi,
The year is at the spring and the day is at the morn. And Martha told us Petey that she was going to clean out the cellar, Mrs. Muir, and we are here to help.
Lovely. What's the catch?
Mrs. Muir, I am here to do a good deed with love in my heart.
What's the catch?
I am donating some of the things in the cellar to charity to help the less fortunate and to brighten their lives.
What's the catch?
It gives me a good tax deduction.
That's the catch.
It's for charity, Mrs. Muir.
Whose charity?
Let's not get into that. Mrs. Muir, is you know who's skulking about?
You up to something he wouldn't like?
Mrs. Muir, of course not. All his precious possessions are in the attic. The junk in the cellar should have been cleared out years ago. Fire hazard, you know.
You're the landlord.
That's the cross I bear.
Not much more now. Take it easy.
Oh,
Well, that old statue's all there is left.
that's good.
Oh, Mrs. Muir, I certainly could use that cup of coffee now, please.
Oh, fine.
Hey, Muir, the work is down here.
Honestly, Mrs. Muir, a supervisor's job is never done. Coming!
I'll get it, Martha. Oh, hi, Mr. Hampton.
Hello. I'm playing hooky today.
Oh, and you the school principal?
I'm your new neighbor. I've taken one of Claymore's houses down the road.
Yes, I heard. I'm delighted.
I wonder if I could use your telephone.
Oh, by all means. Just excuse the mess. I'm in the middle of my income tax.
I'm moving in today and nothing's been done.
The phone's over there.
Oh, operator, this is Cleveland Hampton, 212 Gregg Road. My telephone was supposed to be installed today. Yes, I'll wait. Well, it isn't everyone does their own income tax.
Do you think I can depreciate myself?
Appreciate yourself? On what basis?
Like an oil well.
Well, that's a thought. Yes, I'll hang on.
Every time I write, I use my mind. So like an oil well, it's bound to run dry one of these days.
Well, it's all right with me, but the Internal Revenue and I haven't seen eye to eye for years. Thank you very much.
Watch it coming round the corner, Claymore.
Claymore. Excuse me, Mrs. Muir.
Now, careful, don't gouge the wall. Watch the table here. That's right. Move right along. Watch it, watch
Claymore.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Hampton.
When I signed my lease, you promised to fix the place up.
Well, in time. Everything in time.
You said you'd paint the house inside and
The
out.
forecast is for what?
Rain?
Exactly. You cannot paint when it is raining.
But those two top steps are still broken. You haven't brought the additional furniture. You haven't done anything.
Mr. Hampton, this is no way to start a happy tenant-landlord relationship.
it. Claymore, will you pick up your end? You're making marks on the floor.
Mr. Peavy, I appeal to you. I'm moving in today.
I'll be on your porch in an hour, paintbrush in hand. I live.
Thank you, Mr. Peavy. At least there's one reliable person here.
Shouldn't you be in school?
Please pick up your end.
Don't get pushy.
I'll get out of your way. I'll see you later, Mr. Peavy. We've got lots to do.
All right, step up now. Careful, careful. Right along, watch the door.
Oh, isn't this some discovery? Now, I think you should give me a tax deduction of, say, at least $1,000.
$1.50 would be more like.
$1.50. Elwood Homer, I shall pretend I didn't even hear that.
You're taking up the whole room. Nobody'd be able to see our good junk.
But these are family heirlooms. No, I would not even dream of parting with them if it wasn't for income tax time.
Well, seeing as you're a friend and make up such good yarns, I'll allow you a tax deduction of $200 for the altar, the incense burner, and the whatchamacallit.
That is highway robbery.
Might be. I'll tell her. Might not.
But what about this statue? You haven't said a word about this fantastic statue.
$275.
$275 sold.
275 cents.
I will take $750 for the entire collection. And that, believe it or not, is dirt cheap.
I can't just put down any figure. The government checks on me, too. $200. Take it or leave it.
300.
200.
250, and that is my final offer.
Good day, Claymore.
Well, let's not be so hasty. All right, I will take it. But I'd much rather do business with your father than with you. And don't think I'm not going to write charity headquarters about this, because I am.
Do that. The last time you complained, I got a merit citation. Millie, get me Deke. Deke, Elwood Homer here. Some items came in you just might be interested in buying for your shop. A fantastic Tunisian incense burner, a Chinese god of war, a Turkish ceremonial altar, and a medieval whatchamacallit.
Madam, where is my Tunisian incense burner?
Your what?
My Tunisian incense burner, my Turkish ceremonial altar, my Chinese god of war, my medieval whatchamacallit. They were in the cellar.
Your medieval what? In the cellar?
In the cellar.
I thought you kept your favorite things in the attic.
Madam, if I kept all those heavy things in the attic would be in the cellar.
Sorry, Claymore cleared out the cellar.
That incense burner was a priceless memento from the ruler of Tunis, given me for... He what?
I'm sorry.
I'll have his crafty, craven, cringing hide for this. But you let him.
Captain, they belong to him. I mean, he's your only living descendant.
How many more times do I have to tell you that he is no descendant of mine?
In the eyes of the law.
The eyes of the law be hanged. That statue was given me by the Emperor of China. He offered me his eldest daughter with it.
Did she look like the statue?
She was a raving beauty. Matter of fact, she was so fascinated by my... Madam! Stop changing the subject! I don't want any further discussion about it. I want my possessions.
Well, I'm afraid that Claymore has donated them to the charity shop.
I'll dissect him bone by bone. I'll dice him. I'll feed him to the... No, I won't. What a delightful idea.
Hello, Millie. This is Claymore Gregg. How's every little thing? Connect me with a charity shop. Uh-huh. Hello, Mr. Homer. Claymore Gregg again. I've decided to do my office over, and I am donating the entire contents to you. Uh-huh. I will repeat that. I am donating the entire contents to you. Now send someone over right away. I'll leave the door open. Hurry before I change my mind. Toodaloo.
My furniture is gone. I have been robbed. Wow. Hello, Millie? Millie, this is Claymore Gray. Get me Constable Peavy right away, please. Yes, I have been robbed. I'm fine, Millie. How's your mother? Well, business is... Millie, please don't ask me stupid questions. Every stick of furniture's gone in my office. Uh-huh. Oh, he doesn't answer? Oh, that's right. You know what? He's painting with Mr. Hampton right now at his new house. Uh-huh. Okay, Millie, I'll go get him. Okay, bye. The charity shop appreciates the donations of your office furniture. Signed, Elwood Homer. Elwood Homer.
Claymore Gregg, are you accusing me of stealing your furniture?
I certainly am.
Get out. Get out. How dare you come into my store and raise your voice at me?
Well, how dare you come into my office and steal my furniture?
You told me to come and take those things.
Wash your mouth out with soap.
Soap your own mouth.
Now, I want my office furniture, and I want it now. Now, where have you got it stashed?
Deke bought the whole works. Your antique junk and your office junk, and good riddance to bad rubbish.
Mr. Homer, where are the things I bought?
Now, don't you start.
Deke, I'll thank you to return my furniture.
Can't even find it.
Where'd you put it?
I didn't put it because I didn't take it.
What's the matter with everyone? You said you'd take it when I was at lunch.
When I got here, everything was gone.
Gone? But this is ridiculous.
Who'd steal from the charity shop?
Mr. Homer, I'm just a poor used furniture dealer. I want my pieces or my money.
My responsibility is ended. You told me to leave the front door open for you, and I did.
Claymore, did you heist my things?
Why would I heist your things? It's my furniture, isn't it?
Because you're an Indian giver. You found out that those antiques are worth money.
Worth money? And they are missing?
Including the medieval whatchamacallit.
The bulb is beginning to... I see.
What do you see?
Never mind what I see. I see what I see.
I don't know what he sees, but I'm going to see Constable Peavy.
Claymore, what's the matter?
Don't like Claymore. What's the matter with me, Mrs. Muir? Where is he?
Where's who?
You know who perfectly well who. Captain Gregg, materialize! Materialize! Scruffy, where is he? You may point. Point. Big help he is, Mrs. Muir. Now, he's not downstairs. Where is he, please?
Maybe he's out taking a walk.
Very funny joke. I will now search upstairs.
Be my guest.
Captain! Captain! I know you're here. It is your nephew, Claymore. Come on out, Captain. You're not fooling me. Watch this. Look at that, fingerprints all over. And I am smudging your lamp fore and aft. Come on, Captain, I haven't got all day. I order you to materialize. What? Very funny, Captain Gregg. You must be laughing all over your ectoplasm. Will you stop this kid stuff and start acting like the man you once were?
How dare you!
Quiet! I haven't got any time for your fun and games. Halloween is over.
Why, you pilfering pickpocket!
Save it, spookface. Why, I'm not even afraid of you. I'm so mad. Go ahead. Hurl lightning bombs. Throw thunderbolts. Do anything you want. Turn into 40 flaming phantoms. But return my furniture to my office and do it within the hour. Out of my way, swabby. And I will have to speak to you about this again, Captain Gregg. Within the hour. Or I'll have this whole room fumigated.
Where are you going?
I have to lie down.
Poor fellow. It was too much for him. Blew his mind.
There we are.
You're far too generous, Mrs. Muir. The little pen would have been enough.
Oh, please. I would have fixed you lunch myself if I weren't so busy with my income tax.
I'm sorry to disturb you like this, but it's chaos at my house. Claymore hasn't delivered the furniture. Peavy's painting. It's not a pretty picture.
Well, I'm sure it'll work out just fine.
Well, I hope so. Anyway, it's nice having a neighbor who's cool, calm, and collected.
Thank you, Mr. Hampton. That's very kind. Stay here. For lunch. We're calm and cool and collected. Oh, yes, that too.
Well, thank you. That would be fine.
Good. While I fix up lunch, why don't you, just come inside here and sit down and relax?
Well, thanks. I'll just put these things down.
Get that stuff out of here. Come on.
What?
I'll send lunch over.
Yes. Yes, I think I'd better get out of here. Thank you, Mrs. Muir. You've been more than a
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you. One little question. Did you just see what I think I just saw on your lawn?
Oh, no, I didn't. Captain. I don't want to keep you.
I must see about getting glasses.
Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, I forgot the coffee pot.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye.
But come back soon. Captain, get those things out of here. I can't stand them. And even if I could stand them, which I can't keep them. They're not mine.
Of course they're not yours. They're mine.
They're not yours. They're Claymore's. And he donated them to the charity shop, and you stole them.
No, I did not steal them. That's ridiculous. I merely reclaimed them.
I'd love to try to explain that.
Afternoon, Mrs. Muir.
Hi, Mr. Peavy.
Sorry to disturb you, but I was hoping you could give me a description of some stolen articles.
Stolen articles?
Yeah, that junk that was carted out of here this morning. Can't imagine anybody wanting to steal them. They weigh a ton, and they're as ugly as sin.
Stop it! Stop it!
Almost as though you spoke to the wind, Mrs. Muir, and they obeyed.
Oh, I was just talking to myself.
Yes, ma'am. Could we please go inside? It's kind of chilly out here.
Yes, come on in. I guess the best thing to do is just be open and above board about this.
Open and above board about what, Mrs. Muir?
I'm doing my income tax. And the house is a mess.
Oh, well, Deke says...
Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Hampton.
Mrs. Muir, I'm sorry to disturb you. Peavy, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be painting my house.
Had to take a recess as painter to make a call as constable.
Well, get back there as soon as you can, will you, please? Mrs. Muir, do you remember that statue and those antiques that I didn't see on your lawn? They're in my house.
Your house?
Along with a strange collection of office furniture.
Mr. Hampton, I feel it's my duty to inform you that you're under arrest.
Me? For what?
For possession of stolen articles. A Tunisian incense burner, a Turkish ceremonial altar, a Chinese war god, and a medieval whatchamacallit.
Oh, now this thing is getting out of hand. Why don't we just go inside and discuss it rationally? Now, Mr. Hampton did not steal those things.
No? Well, then, how did they get into his house, Mrs. Muir?
That is a good question, Mr. Peavy, and I wish I had a good answer.
Well, huh?
Put me down, I say, stop it! You're hurting my... Oh, hello, everybody. What's new? What's everyone doing here?
Claymore, there's a Tunisian incense burner and then some other antiques in my house.
You have them?
Well, didn't you put them there?
Me?
And also a lot of rather cheap office furniture.
I beg your pardon.
How did you get Deke's furniture, Claymore?
Well,
Claymore, that junk belongs to Deke now. And it's my duty as constable to arrest you for stealing.
You can't arrest me for stealing my own furniture, Peavy.
Possession has passed to someone else.
I did not touch that furniture.
Well, you and I have the only keys.
Then who put it in your house?
He sure asked some good questions, Claymore.
Well, do you have any ideas, Mrs. Muir?
After you, Claymore.
Oh, no, ladies first, please.
I yield to you. And I'll make everyone coffee.
Somebody better explain something to somebody, or somebody is going to jail, Claymore.
Just because it was my furniture and it turned up in one of my 2 houses and I have one of the 2 keys doesn't necessarily... You do ask good questions, Peavy, I'll say that.
Off we go, Claymore.
Captain?
Well, not so brave now, are you?
No, Captain, please, I have a tension headache. I don't like what you're doing at all. But look at them, sir. Why did you take my furniture?
You took mine.
No, but I didn't. This is all making me nervous. Look how they are. Look at this one, and then look at him. You know, he looks just like that Chinese war god. Captain, what are you doing?
I froze this moment in time to give you a chance to think. Use it well, Claymore.
What do you want me to do?
You might confess to stealing. How does that strike you?
I did not steal the furniture, Captain. You did.
I reclaimed them. Jail might be very good for your character.
Well, can't you think of another solution?
Yes. How about having them discover your lifeless body on the floor?
That's the worst idea you've ever had.
Well, there's one more possibility.
What is it?
You could buy back my antiques from Deke.
Buy them? You mean with money?
Well,
I'm considering the lifeless body.
Claymore, you have a choice to make. Make it!
Oh!
Let's go, Claymore.
Just a moment, Mr. Charlie Chan. I have a solution. From now on, no more arrests, no more of your good questions. I shall pay Deke everything I owe him.
You will?
Mm-hmm.
His retail price?
His retail price. Robber though he is, gouger, exploiter of the innocent, I nevertheless will give him his ill-gotten gains.
What's come over you, Claymore?
Well, let us just say it's respect. For my ancestors.
Well, madam, the problem is solved. All's well that ends well, as they say.
Well, is that what they say? Well, I'm delighted. But what about your horrible antiques?
Mr. Hampton is going to keep them. He had the good taste to admire them.
Oh, well, I admire them, too. Just as long as they're not at my house. Captain!
What?
That!
Well, you didn't expect me to part from my medieval whatchamacallit. Madam, I found a nice quiet space in the cellar for the whatchamacallit.
Oh, great. And how am I going to explain that to Martha?
Well, just say that you couldn't bear to part with it.
Mrs. Muir, it's the strangest thing. I was closing the cellar door, and I happened to look down, and that medieval fire screen is back.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
Oh. Now, about your income tax.
Mrs. Muir, at times, I get the feeling there are things going on around here that you're not telling me about.
Not at all, Martha.
Convince me.
Well, this is a completely normal family and a completely normal household, and there's not a thing for you to be suspicious about.
I see.
Are you convinced?
Well, my ears are. But everything in between is still very doubtful.